Me on Tarot Machine. This is your monthly love reading for the month of May 2017, and this will be for the sign of Virgo. But before I start the reading, I was going to go ahead and do some quarterly love readings because I had already had started on a couple signs, but the Mercury retrograde hit me with something that I wasn't expecting, so I had to kind of step back and reevaluate a couple things that was going on personally. So for now, I'm gonna go ahead and keep doing the monthlies, and I am at a process now to try to rework the channel and try to do bring some more things to the channel. So with that said, let me go ahead and start your reading, and I'm going to give you one overall message to help you for the month. Okay, one flipped out, so let's see what we're going to work with. Break free, regain your youth, and fly. So, for Virgos, what it's saying is that it's time for you to kind of let loose and stop being reserved. This is for singles looking for somebody. Stop being reserved. Just go ahead, and if you feel like it's somebody you want to get with and have a relationship with, go ahead and take a chance and see where it goes and see where it leads you in a possibility of being hooked up one on one with somebody. If you already coupled up, what it's saying is try to be more carefree when it comes to your bond with your companion. Kind of interject some kind of fun into the relationship and see if that changes your dynamics in your relationship. So let me go ahead and give you some cards to see um, what is ahead for you in the month. Okay, another one flipped out. Okay, okay. What you have in the center of reading is the Emperor. You may be feeling like this, or somebody may be seeing this kind of quality in you, that you have a lot of control what when it comes to relationships or what you want in a relationship. And this will be for singles, that you are very uh, gentleman like, or or you a lady that has a lot of class about themselves, and they see that quality in you. They may have never came across that type of person or been in a relationship with that type of person. They see that quality in you, or you see that quality in somebody else, that they know what they want. They very kind of stern, or kind of, you know they know what they want, and they know what benefits them when it comes to being in a relationship one on one, and they take that as the utmost when it comes to being in a relationship, of having some kind of barriers and lines and control and certain things that they expect a relationship to be. If you already coupled up, what it's saying is that either you or your companion is going to display more of holding the reins of the relationship. When they see you kind of faltering, they will pick up the slack and support you, and they will assume they role in the relationship with no problem, because they feel that that is needed at the time to keep the relationship going, and keep the relationship stable for the month of May. What you have underneath you is the Seven of Pentacles in the upright. So the Seven of Pentacles is for singles. It's saying that you're looking at different possible prospects of people that you could be in a relationship with, or somebody you're one of somebody else's prospects when it comes to getting into a relationship. You're looking for somebody that is more, they they got their stuff together and they know where they're headed in life when it comes to their relationships and their jobs and stuff. They got their stuff lined up, and you can be a part of that, or they want to bring you in to that kind of aspect when it comes to the relationship, that they have all, they got everything that they need. They got like their job in line, and now they want to move on to a relationship, and now they want to move on to this systematic thing, that but they're setting it up. So, and you may be looking at somebody like that, that you got your stuff set up, and then now you're ready to move on to a relationship, but now you're looking for somebody that is more grounded within themselves, or have their situation or their home life together, and then you can work with that person without worrying about kind of carrying a more of a financial slack of that person, and you may have that prospect in line in the month of May. For somebody already couple up, it's saying that you're lining up different things with your companion to help the relationship stay grounded and solid, that you're trying to put in different aspects when it comes to what you will physically accumulate together, so that won't break down and interfere with your relationship. Either your companion is doing it or you doing it. You're making sure that the more of the tangible things in life are taken care of, so your companion will not worry about it and it interferes with your relationship. What you have that's behind you is the strength. The strength is maybe in the past singles. Maybe you came across a person that was kind of, I want to say, one of these prospects that you was talking about, maybe one of them in the past was more overbearing. They had this ego about themselves, and they are one of many that you want to take your chance with. Maybe the person feels that you had that kind of attitude, that you have this overconfidence that they can't deal with, or you met somebody that has this overconfidence about themselves, that you kind of find it like, whoa, that's a little bit too much. I wasn't really expecting that from you as a person. But what it is that you do respect that, but that may be not the type of person that you're looking for right about now, with somebody that would just overexert their power over their companion, or when they get in a relationship, they become more of a control freak. You have to watch that out too. If you're single looking for somebody, that a person have a lot of ego and strength, they become a control freak after a while, and you might want to veer away from that type of person. You might meet that person, or a person may feel like you're coming on very strong and you're becoming like this. If I get in a relationship with you, you about to become this control freak over the whole situation of the aspects of our relationship. When it comes to people already couple up, maybe in the past, that maybe your companion at one time was being a control freak at some point in the relationship, or in the last past, I want to say a last past month, they may have exerted this, they was harping on something to try to keep control over something. They was having this confidence about themselves, so the confidence bled past their individual thought and kind of bled into the relationship, and it started to roll into something. You didn't mind it at the time, because maybe at the time something was coming up in the relationship that you wanted your companion to step up and have a little more strength or a little more backbone to the situation when it came to your one-on-one relationship, and trying to make it a better for both of you, so they could have displayed that attitude, or you displayed that attitude towards your significant other. What you have crowned in the reading is the two of swords in reverse. So the two of swords, For singles, it says for a minute you was sitting back and you was kind of confused or making a decision of what type of person you wanted to go for, or one of these possibilities that you was setting up to be in a relationship with. You sat back for maybe the last couple of weeks trying to figure out which one did you want or which one will be a better suitor for you. But it's saying that you finally got off the fence and made a decision to go with a certain person, or, and like this card says, break free. You probably broke free from being in a standstill of making a decision of what type of person you want to be in, and maybe the person broke themselves on making a decision to get with you. As if for you being already joined up, what it's saying is that maybe something came up and left your companion kind of confused when it came to the relationship. Either it was something that was going on in your relationship, or it was something from the outside, but they was sitting back trying to really analyze it to make a decision before they move forward. But in the month, they finally made a decision to push forward and move in your relationship in a certain direction so it can better the both of you. What you have, the last card you have, is the Three of Cups in reverse. The Three of Cups in reverse technically is not a bad card. It's just saying for singles that you probably tried something before by meeting somebody through friends, and maybe in the past it did not work out, that you found the type of person through a social gathering. You've probably felt they was a two party, like they was not grounded enough, so you want somebody that's more grounded. Or you tried different other options than a traditional way of finding a relationship, and that can be via through a hookup from a friend, online dating, different things that somebody would normally not do or will do. I know today, current time, that's the new fashion thing, but you probably got tired of that and wanted to kind of reserve yourself to try more of a traditional way of finding a companion to be one on one with. And maybe the person you're getting with that's one of these suitors had been through that, the friend hookup, and now they're trying to do a traditional way, and you can see they're in some kind of alignment to have their things set up and be in a traditional format, and not trying to meet their potential mate through friends or a social gathering. And as you being already coupled up, what it's saying is that you and your companion is going to practice some time to yourself. You're going to decide to kind of herm up and be just isolated to you, both of y'all selves, so y'all can kind of craft your relationship. You kind of don't want to invite other people's opinions in. You may not be in the mood to go out and celebrate certain things, but you feel comfortable in your relationship being one on one and kind of isolated with your companion in the month of May. So let me go and get some clarifiers for these reversals. Other than that, the reading is very good. It seems like you're homing down on your relationship and you know where to cross your T's and dot your I's when it comes to your relationship, if you already joined up, or when it comes to you looking for somebody. You know what you want, and you're trying to do different, a more traditional way of finding a companion. So let me go ahead and see what the Two of Swords is giving you. Okay, you got the Ace of Pentacles. So basically, if you're single, you was definitely looking for somebody that was more grounded and more in a more financial stability. And like I said, you have one of these suitors, and definitely one of the suitors that you're looking for somebody more financially stable, so you don't have to worry about picking up a financial slack on getting a new suitor, or the new suitors money problems bleeding into you trying to build a relationship with them. And as you being already coupled up. It's just saying that you, as a couple, are on the same page of setting up your home front better so it won't interfere with your romantic aspects of your relationship. You're both more on the same page of say, let's get our home together first, then we can move on to something else in our relationship. Let me see what the second card gives you. Yep, you got the Hermit. So that's definitely saying that for singles and couples, you step back. Like I said in the past, you step back to make a decision. So you step back to a point to reanalyze where you fit at when it comes to finding a relationship or what kind of suitors you want. And this is for singles, what kind of suitors you want. And you already made a conscious decision that I'm not going to go for the party type. I'm not going for these people that are control freaks. I'm going for somebody now that's more financially stable so that can help me build myself, and it helps build a relationship, and it takes another burden off of me getting in a relationship with somebody that is not financially stable. As what I was saying before, for couples, you are basically spending more time with your companion. You're just not trying to do the let's go out and be with friends, and that you gonna see your best friend, I gonna see my best girlfriend, and blah 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 blah. Let's kind of just cut these people out the loop and have some time to ourselves. So let's go ahead and see what the three of cups is giving you. You have the five of cups in the upright. That's definitely for singles. You definitely sat back and analyzed, and maybe at one time you was crying over the old companions, or you was getting to a point that you was stamping the same type of stereotype on people that you was picking up. But it seems like you opened yourself up to more suitors and different types of people, and to me this seems like you're getting over it, because it seems like you may have met somebody in the past via versus a friend, and they gave you some kind of worry, or you kept tripping on the people that you was getting hooked up with from a friend, being like, oh, I thought you said that person was like this, but when I got with them they became this, that, and the other. Oh no, so it seems like you got over that period now, and and kind of move past that. For people already coupled up, what it's saying is that you're ironing out old issues. It's just basically you're not trying to have old issues interfere with your relationship, so you're ironing them out so you can move forward from it. And maybe that's the whole thing, that you don't want to go out with other people because you and your companion have to iron out some old stuff, and it's mostly getting your coins together so you can have a good find the good financial stable ground that you can work on your relationship. It's more of with couples cleaning out old issues that may keep popping up, or they've been popping up in the past, and you just want to go ahead, knock them out, and then move on to something else. Yep, definitely. Three of coins. You're not trying to work with nobody. So for singles, you definitely not trying to get a hookup from a friend. It is what it is. You're trying to isolate yourself to a point that you're trying to analyze what you want from a potential mate or a person that you potentially want to be in a relationship, and you definitely not taking another hookup from another friend that keeps hyping up a person for you, and when you get with them the whole thing blows up and be a charade and cause you to be tripping on that person they hooked you up with. You're definitely trying to do things on your own and knowing what type of person you want, and it's showing me that you're determined with the Ace of Pentacles and the Hermit, that you're determined to figure out what type of person you want to be in a relationship with, and you're going for that type of person. As it being for a couple, the same thing. You're not trying to work with nobody to clean up your relationship issues. If anything from the past is coming up, you're not trying to ask for no advice from nobody. You're not trying to ask no financial advice. It's like you got to the point, or you or your companion got to the point, say, okay, well, we can't keep asking people because everybody is not in the same situation. They can give us the same opinion, but it would not have the same answer to what our relationship needs. So basically, we're going to sit down, we're going to iron this out, and then we're just going to call it a wrap and then move on, and let's start building from that point on. So I hope you like this reading. Actually, this is a good reading. um I hope you like this reading. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Leave your comments at the bottom. You can thumb the video up or down, and I'll talk to you later.